Welcome back, guys and girls, to Fly the Nest, episode 2 from the Badgie79 channel, where we are looking at 4 players under the age of 20, all from the same club, to see who has the most potential without manipulating any databases in the background, who will go on to have that sterling career and who will fall by the wayside and never reach that potential. We are at Reading, where we will find out whether Michael Olise, Connor Boyce-Clarke, Thierry Neves or Dejan Tetek will make it to the next level. Enjoy episode 2, Fly the Nest. Right, people, so we are now in season 3. Let's see how the guys at Reading have been getting on over the last season. Now, we can already see Sky Bet Championship, so that promotion lasted for 1 season. Did they finish rock bottom? Let's have a little look. So, we want to see Championship, Prem, and then last season. And last season we can see, yes, Reading did finish rock bottom. They were doing alright at the start of the season, but in the end, 5 wins, 5 draws, only 28 goals scored, only 53 goals scored, 125 conceded. Now, when you compare that to their previous season in the Championship, it's kind of a switch around. It's a role reversal. So, bottom of the table, back into the Championship. Not necessarily as bad as it sounds. It does mean that they will get the chance to get those guys playing more regular football. So we are looking at how did they get on. Connor Boyce-Clarke. Connor Boyce-Clarke has now become the mainstay of that team. £15 million his valuation. First choice goalkeeper. Obviously we set that, but at the moment he is already at a 4-star rating. One season as first choice keeper in the Prem and he's at a 4-star rating. So Connor Boyce-Clarke is making every step towards being and reaching that potential. If we then look at Dejan Tetek, stats-wise, mentals and physicals are not bad at all. The technicals are lacking drastically. The technicals are not looking good for him. So a season in the Prem for Dejan Tetek involved 31 games, no goals, no assists, no player of the matches, and a 6.35 average rating. Maybe that was a step too far for him. Maybe it was just one step too far in his early career. Michael Olise, first team regular for Reading since day 1. Where is he at? Obviously the stats, the physicals are good. The strength isn't there, but when you look at the other bits, it's all good. His mentals are good for the position he plays in. He doesn't need to worry about the aggression or the bravery so much. It's all about the flair, the anticipation. And again, it's the same in the stats on the technicals. He's got a good set of technicals in different positions, in different areas. But actually, the main ones are in the areas that count for the position he is playing. So how was his season? 34 games in the Prem. Picked up 6 goals, 7 assists, 1 player of the match, a 6.77. Now, not as good, but again, it's the Premier League again for a team that finished bottom of the table. All in all, that's not bad. It's only 1 goal less than he got the season before. And finally, Thierry Neves. So Thierry Neves, last season playing as a winger for Reading. 39 games in the Prem, 9 goals, 6 assists, 2 player of the matches, but only a 6.67 average rating. So not great, but again, 10 goals in League 1 the season before for Wigan, 9 goals in less games for Reading. It's a good output and it's definitely a push in the right direction. But the question is, will they meet their obligations and essentially get themselves back into the Prem again? We're going to change the tact. We're actually going to ensure that these guys are playing regular in the Championship again next season. We will do 1 year We will then review at the end of year 4, and then we will resign. And they are on their own. And whether they stay, go, it's completely up to them. Will they make the right choices? Will they see their careers blossom? So people, you can see that Badgie was sacked as Reading boss during the course of the last season. Now, I'm not too sure what's gone on here. Let's have a little look. So job history. So currently, at that point in time, Reading were 20th in the Championship at the point of departure. So how did they get on? Well, they're now a Premier League team. And Sean Dyche is manager. So, obviously, it wasn't too bad for them. Where did they finish last year? So, in the Sky Bet Championship, Reading finished 3rd and went up via the playoffs. So, not quite the resounding performance as the previous year, but they got him in from Sean Dyche. Sean Dyche got sacked from Burnley, who finished 2nd, took over at Reading, and he took Reading up in 3rd place via the playoffs. So a great turnaround in returns to form for Sean Dyche. But Badgie sacked. But let's go and see how the players got on under a new manager. We don't need to resign from Reading. It's been done for us. So we can see there, key player Tom McIntyre is now club captain. Key player is Gavin Bazunu. No players really that we were aware. And Gavin Bazunu has come in on loan from Man City and taken over the first choice goalkeeper's jersey. Which means, I'm assuming, that Connor Boyce-Clarke has gone. So, Dejan Tetek. Let's review Tetek to start with. Again, there's no drastic improvement within him. His stats are not great. His decision making, we're starting to get the sort of the gaps here, because obviously we're not managing him now, so we don't get to see how well these things are how well things are doing exactly. So we can't see his potential current ability. But how many games did he play last season for Reading? He did play in 17 games, 1 goal, 5 assists. So actually not too bad, and his highest average rating as well during the whole time we've been watching Tetek. Where is... Oh, so Michael Olise is no longer at the club. So where is Michael Olise? Michael Olise has moved to Rangers. Doing well, progressing well. Still no international caps, but improving. Still improving. He went to Rangers for £14.75 million. So obviously a deal that had been arranged, because he did play in the Championship. 26 games, 6 goals, 4 assists, 6.82. Not as good as he has been. But Reading got nearly £15 million for him going to Rangers. And next up was Thierry Neves, who has also moved on and is now at Watford. So how did Neves get on? Well, he left Reading very early on. Or maybe no, January. He left Reading in the January transfer window after 28 games, 7 goals, 4 assists, 2 man of the matches, and a 6.86 average rating. He went to Watford back in the Premier League for £16 million. Played another 13 games, scoring 4 goals, getting an assist and a couple of player of matches with a 7.01 average rating. So Thierry Neves back in the Premier League with Watford. Finally, we will review Connor Boyce-Clarke. Now this is a big move for Connor Boyce-Clarke. Off to PSG. And by the look of it, PSG's first choice keeper. So, Reading, first half of the season. No, not even the first half of the season. He played 2 games, conceded 3 with a 6.75 average rating, and then went to PSG for 16.25 million. So bear in mind, the 3 of the players that we are watching have all left Reading for around the 15-16 million pound mark. Those guys have brought in nearly 50 million pounds in transfer fees. So we're definitely watching the right people. 12 games, 13 conceded, 4 clean sheets in those games. Only a 6.58 average rating though for PSG. 9 games, 3 as a sub in the league, which is bizarre. 3 sub appearances, which makes you think that the first choice keeper at PSG, not that great. 4 continental games, conceding 6, 1 cup, conceding 2, sorry. So Connor Boyce-Clarke, Thierry Neves and Michael Olise, all battling it out to become the star. This is going to be a hard one to pick. What we're going to do is forward ourselves on another, what do we think, 3 years? And see how they've got on. Now that majority of these guys have already flown the nest. What will become of Tetek? Will he make up? Will he bridge the gap? Will he improve? Will he get to the level of these guys? Or is it going to be a flat out race between Boyce-Clarke, Neves and Michael Olise for being the star man of the youth? Only one way to find out, guys. Keep them peeled for the next video.